Hi, we are Cheryl and John. We sold our home and business in March 2020 and set out to live life differently, traveling the country in an RV with our twin daughters, Brighton and Daisy. We believe the best days are always ahead of us, even in good times. Thank you for joining us as we inspire others to seek the bright days ahead.
Hi, it's Cheryl, the mama from Bright Days Ahead, where we like to say that our best and brightest days are ahead of us and not behind us. Wanted to review with you something that we have spent some time doing this winter in Florida and have really enjoyed, and that's LEGOLAND. LEGOLAND Florida. We are not big at Lego family, and we have not watched the movie, and I'm not even a big amusement park family, but we found it to be a really great alternative to some of the bigger amusement parks. Now, I will qualify, LEGOLAND is best probably for children between the ages of 2 and 12, with optimal ages being between 4 and probably 9. We have twin daughters that are 4 years old and 40 inches high, and they were able to ride on everything at LEGOLAND, twice as many rides as somewhere else, without the lines, the waiting, so we've really enjoyed it. So I wanted to review a few things with you for LEGOLAND. LEGOLAND is located in Winter Haven, which is about an hour's drive from the greater Disney World Orlando area, in case you're staying around there. Parking is $23, and we've been getting there on weekdays right as the park opens, and we are some of the very first to park. Regarding lines and crowds, again, we've only been going on weekdays. There is not very many people there at all. We hardly had any lines, and it was just a great experience for us. Regarding COVID, the rules with masking and stuff is children 8 years and younger are not required to wear a mask, and adults are only required to wear a mask in lines or on rides. So if you choose to walk without a mask around the park, you may do so, as there's plenty of social distancing. And they have hand sanitizers, and I saw park staff cleaning regularly. Something else about LEGOLAND is that we found their workers to be more friendly and happier and more helpful than some other parks that we went to this winter. So we've really enjoyed LEGOLAND. Regarding food, if you want to bring in food, you can pack a lunch or bring in snacks and waters for your whole family. Restaurants are not running, not all the restaurants are running. So there were only 3 restaurants that we could find open. One served hot dogs and brats near the Kingdom area, or the Dragon Coaster ride, or 2 was a burger place near the Ninja ride, and then 3 was an ice cream shop over by the fire trucks. So just be prepared. There are restaurants open, but you may not have as many options. So bringing in that lunch and keeping it more affordable for your family is a great thing that LEGOLAND provides. Some of our favorite rides, we really like Duplo Valley, which is for maybe the younger kids. It has a train and a farm animal tractor ride, and like lots of interactive things for children. And I will tell you, this is one of the things that we like about LEGOLAND was it was great for younger kids. Right when you walk into the park, they have you measure your children, and then based on your height, you get a wristband. So our children are 40 inches high, so then they wore an orange band that showed that they could ride any rides that were 40 inches. Now, if you have children of all different ages going, LEGOLAND is really great about if there's like a big coaster for maybe the big kids to ride, there's something for little children to do. There's either a ride right next to it that they can ride, or a toddler like play area or interactive station. And there's lots of learning activities and things that you can touch, like farm animal noises, or in Miniland you could play things and it would like make some of the characters go around. So very interactive and learning educational and super colorful for everyone. Some of our favorite rides were Masters of the Flight, which is like going through the Lego movie. My girls really liked the Unikitty Disco Bounce ride. Brighton was a little scared to go on it at first, but now she loves it. There's the Battle of Bricksburg, which is like shooting water, so if you do go on that, you'll be wet. And there's a couple little splash pads and other water activities rides, so just be prepared that you might get a little wet. But LEGOLAND provides drying stations, which I've never seen before. I think it's $5 for 3 minutes to get dry, but you can do like a full body, it's like a phone booth, and get dried. We also loved the Grand Carousel. The girls' favorite ride was the Dragon roller coaster. So even though they were only 40 inches, they were able to go on one full roller coaster. Now there are 3 other roller coasters for big kids that my kids were not allowed to ride on, and that's the Dyna coaster, which is like an old, or Coastosaurus, I think it's called Coastosaurus, which is an old wooden roller coaster. There is School of Flight, which is where your feet dangle, one of those roller coasters. And then there is an interactive roller coaster, I think it's called LEGOLAND or Virtual LEGOLAND. And even though they're not doing the virtual part of it because of COVID, it's really a great scene right over the water. And then we also love the boat school and the Ford driving school. So this is a personal thing that John and I really enjoyed, was having been former employees of Ford Motor Company. Ford has sponsored the Ford School of Driving down there. And so they have 2 areas. So kids between 3 and 6 can do the little cars, and they actually get in little cars and drive around a little test track. And at the end they get a driver's license, which is very cute. And then for bigger kids between the ages, I think 7 and 12, they have bigger cars that they can drive. And then that's where like Ford has a display with a Ford Mustang. So it's very special in our hearts, and it was a great photo opportunity, and we just loved it. There's also an interactive, which I think the whole family should do, is fire engines. So you get on this fire truck and you have to pump it to get the fire truck going one way, and then you jump out and you pump water to shoot out a fire, and then you pump back, and it's kind of like a race. So it's a very interactive and a workout for the whole family. So make sure that mom or dad don't ditch out on that ride. A couple other things to do around Legoland is it's formerly Cypress Gardens. So there is a new pirate water skiing show that starts February 12th that we weren't able to see, but you can see some of those water skiing shows. And I really want to see a water skiing show. It always reminds me of Freaky Friday. Then they have a Legoland water park, which you can add on to your daily ticket. And I think it's very doable to do both parks in one day. Or if you purchase it separately, just know that they only have 1 entrance right now, and you will be going all the way through the park into the Waterland Park, the water park, to get to the water park. Okay? And then finally is they have the Miniland USA, which is where I talked about the little miniatures, like little Las Vegas and little New York and little Havana. That area is actually closed to the public right now until the summer of 2021, so just a few short months, as they're building a shaded pavilion over it. So we did get to see it one time while we were there, and they have a NASA Space Coast where it counts down into smoke. And like I said, very interactive. There's other things where you can go press a button and it shows like dancers dancing in the street and stuff like that. So I hope that gives you a little bit about Legoland, and you find it as something fun for your family to try out and do. And you will have many bright days ahead for you and your family.